And welcome back, folks, to more Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last time we played, we were doing the Trial 4, which is defending Edgeworth from murder. And now we're looking for clues in the police logs, safety rooms. Where are we? Evidence room. We're in the evidence room. This cabinet is where they keep evidence for current cases. Some of the things are obviously murder weapons, others are who knows what. Most of it just looks like random junk. What do you think this clothespin is for? Don't touch that. It's evidence. These are shelves stuffed with case files in the back of the room too. Forgotten cases rotting away for eternity. Let's get what we need and get out of here. We were looking for... All this dust is getting to me. Here are the files, collected case reports. Quite a large volume of reports here. These are all case reports? A graveyard of police cases. I guess my sister's report is in here too, quietly gathering dust. So we were looking for the DL-5 incident? Well, first I have to get a handle on the main facts, like a summary. Right. Summary. Found it. Who's my favorite AA character? Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Here you go. December 28th, 2001. That was like 30 years ago. That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow. So in 2 days, the case is closed. The incident took place in the elevator of the district courthouse. What? Is this the same district courthouse where we're holding the trial now? Looks like it. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Oh, we got a new emote. Cat scare. Okay. Part of the courtroom building collapsed and all the lights went out. Some earthquake. At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours? That would be scary like that in the dark. There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator and the survivors were unconscious. The survivors? One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart. That was Mr. Edgeworth's father. Said his father was shot before his very eyes. So Miles Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in the elevator? You have data on the victim? Yeah, hold on. Victim, here. Gregory Edgeworth, 35. If he was still alive, he'd be 50. 50? That's like 1 foot in the grave right there. He had lost that day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son, Miles. Miles? Miles Edgeworth, of course. So he was in the elevator with his father. Yeah, we know. From the angle of the bullet and the other evidence, it could not have been a suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Huh? It sounds just like this current case. What's going on here? Double shots? Got any data on the suspect in there? That would be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on, this is it. Man arrested as a suspect in the DL-6 was... It's DL-6, not DL-5. Yanni Yogi? He was a clerk in the court, apparently. He must have been the 3rd person in the elevator. Oh, then he had to have done it. But he was found innocent thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond. Hammond, the victim in our case. It's Yami Yugi, that's right. He did a shadow duel. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived. So much that he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared. I don't know about elevators being that airtight, though. That no oxygen can flow through? Maybe in Japan, I don't know. Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder? He may have been closer than we think. I guess I know generally what happened in DL-6 now. It's true, it is Neo America. I still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. Nick, are we going to take the whole file? There's too much? We'll never get it out. You're right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? That's a good reference there, Finboy. Right. That's probably all we'll be able to find here. Now all that's left is the trial tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. Dad? Oh, right, the fisherman. Or the boat guy. Maybe the boat guy was the clerk. Oh my God. December 27th, 10 a.m. Yuki from Egypt. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, apparently the prosecution is also ready. What's the judge here anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well, no opening statement, so. Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Order, order. Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I will call my witness now. Right. I will call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand. The mysterious boat shop owner. Witness, state your profession. I'm the proprietor of the restaurant The Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. I also rent boats. Night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. You still haven't heard who this guy is. Hey, who is he? Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah! I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. I'm not really sure. Yep. What do you mean? My memory. Your Honor. The witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. Can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 years ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we, witness? It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yep. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats, as usual. And I heard a bang. Yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. And I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat came back to shore and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. It doesn't work like that. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there's only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now. Yes. Mr. Wright? Cross-examine? What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well, you may begin. Ah! Excuse me? Von Karma? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. Just after midnight, you say? Yep, just around then. Are you sure? Pretty sure, yep. When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right? Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly. I did. Yep. Continue. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what is not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. A parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy. Keith. Prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. And I heard a bang. And where did the bang seem to come from? From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Yep. Good, continue. Saw a boat floating on the lake. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figured there was 2 men out there. But you couldn't see them clearly. Yep. At the time, that is. At the time. I heard another bang. So you heard 2 gunshots in total. Yep. That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. Just about then, the boat comes to shore and a man walks by my window. By your window? Yep, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. That's a rather important detail. Add it to your testimony. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I've got a bad feeling about this. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad. Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by, too. Witness. Are you sure that person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him. That Edgeworth boy. Sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. On Karma. He lured me into cross-examining him so he could set me up for a fall. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. Better act quick or this trial's gonna be over. Well, we probably should raise an objection. Your Honor. We proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright. Are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly. That's easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You're ignoring the truth of the matter. Everything in this witness's testimony is true. Why? Why is this true? We just had one that lied the day before. I do. The judge is lost in thought. What should we do? Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead, but his word is all we have. If he was telling a lie. Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize there's even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Do we have evidence? Nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you. Tisk. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Wait, enough! The witness may leave the stand. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. How? How is it extremely clear? Explain that. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately. To be held pending trial at a higher court within a month of today's date. That is all. The court is adjourned. Oh no. Wait. Me. Who was it? What? Larry? What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park at the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until yesterday. But today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. Order. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yes, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remembered. Anyhow, I just can't sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Order, order. This is the first time something has happened like this in my court. This kangaroo court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one more chance. If only it wasn't Larry. He could make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him out. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. What? The court will be adjourned for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. Lucky, what are the top 5 animals you would prefer to see running a court? Well, kangaroo. Dogs. I think dogs could be pretty good. Not sure about cats, though. Elephants. Yeah, elephants, definitely. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You were sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night? Yes. He said he went looking for the Steel Samurai balloon that flew into the lake. All right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night. Yeah. Edgeworth. Say something? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why were your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight when I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. Why were you dressed up as an attorney on the boat? That's my question. Did you not have casual clothes? Right. This might be our chance. Our chance. Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he had to ever deal with something unexpected. Hey there, geese. How you doing? That was a stream? He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything's on Larry now. No, we're not milking Larry. Witness, please testify to the court about everything you saw on the night of December something. What was it? Doesn't matter. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. That night, I was out on a boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. So quietly, I slipped into the boat. I quietly slipped the boat back at the rental shop, and then I was thinking about going home. Then I heard a bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Why is Larry a prosecution witness? Look, because we gotta have gameplay, all right? What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? So many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Okay, first of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out on the boat. By the time everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you on a boat at such a late hour? I was looking for something and I found it. Looking for something? Yeah. Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely, he was hunting for this Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth, in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Around what time was that? Let's see. I figure I was out searching for about an hour. Oh, I guess it was around midnight. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. Where did this sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. Looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. I looked over at the lake, but I didn't see a boat. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Order. Well, Mr. Butts? Whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? It was real foggy that night, but I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Okay, no problem. It's just the most important part of the case. After I heard that single gunshot, I went home. They only heard one bang, correct? Yep. Well, Nick? That's pretty wishy-washy, wasn't it? I guess I could just start on working on the contradictions. Sorry, I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. Well, we're gonna show the gun that was fired twice. It was fired 3 times. Your Honor! What do you think? Oh no, it's not that? It wasn't the gun? How old is she this time? Asking for Lucky is a child. So it's not the gun. Oh, the report about the 2 shots. Oh, maybe, yeah. Wait a sec, Larry. What? You only heard 1 bang? You sure? That's what I said. This Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. You gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Butts, what? You only heard 1 gunshot? Are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Huh? Not sure? How could you be not sure? I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones. What? Order! Stop that booing, Mr. Butts. You were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah. So what? Is that a crime? I listen to my radio. Everyone listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? Uh-oh. Well, if he leaves, we're boned. So, we gotta continue. We gotta milk him. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts, please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all requests show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard the gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. You were listening to your radio at high volume? And what's the big problem? Got a man listening to the radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, do you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? Yeah, the fighter in Street Fighter. An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway. What this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. Can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Lucky you main DJ in Street Fighter 6. I've never played Street Fighter 6. Played 5. Save. Were we not already cross-examining the witness? Yeah, but like they wanted to stop, so let's press him on being alone on Christmas Eve. You some kind of loser? So you turned on the radio? Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? You don't know what it's like out there alone on Christmas Eve, alone. I shouldn't have said anything. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio. Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to? This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That's all we need to know. How loud was your radio set to that night? I was listening to it real booming loud. Real booming loud? Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on. Yep. I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. But I'm sure I heard the gunshot. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back to me real clear to me, you know? I remember exactly what the DJ was saying. What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us? What? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question. We should care. Because it might be important. Yeah, it might be the time. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask, Very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when he heard the gunshot? Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. Wait a minute. Almost Christmas? That's before midnight. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. Maybe Von Karma was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard, but there's one gleaming ray of hope here. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. Two gunshots after midnight. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with that face? You're looking kind of scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes? But that contradicts the two testimonies we've heard so far, Your Honor. Miss Art and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. A third shot? Order, order. What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim that he heard the gunshot before midnight? He's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim? Show me evidence that there was a gunshot before midnight. The gun. It has to be the gun. Or this, the second lake photo. 11:50. It's 11:50. It's this. Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50. Oh? There's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue is not why nothing is shown on this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Aha! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50. This is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera is also rigged. It is a fact that the camera also triggered after 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were two sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises, yes? There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man, clear. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise was indeed a gunshot? It's the camera. I'm gonna present the camera. I don't know why we still have it with us, but... Mr. Wright, is that a smirk I see? Smirk? Your Honor, sorry, I wasn't sure about the evidence. Oh, don't show us evidence you aren't confident in. What do you mean? It's not. Ow. Shogun?
Take that!
A murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me. Present badge. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order! Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, that leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. Ah, what's wrong, Nick? I have it. I have it. Huh? Remember the case with the steel samurai? Of course I remember. The murderer in that case had the same idea as the murderer in this case. What do you mean? Maya. Yeah? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch and I'm gonna run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We got nothing to lose. We're playing with house money. Just watch and let me know if anything I say sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick. Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean? Tisk. So you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. Defendant Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on the boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat. Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been a suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on the boat. I admit it's hard to imagine any other possibility, yes. But this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 15 after midnight. Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the 2 men on the boat are, the murderer and Hammond. Edgeworth and the murderer. Edgeworth and Hammond. Two? The judge and Hammond. I would think it's the murderer and Hammond. Can only be 2, okay. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. Oh yeah, that's right. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Yes. Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all of this. Ludicrous! Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name? Right, it's Miles Edgeworth. Lot of heart. I don't know. Well, it's gotta be I don't know. It's the judge. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. The old man? The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop. That old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Well, where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out to the lake to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of the crime was not on a boat? What? Where did the murder take place? Here? I would say here. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he can meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night, he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns to the boat. Just as he's starting to head home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat? The boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That's when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got to the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. And who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? The boat shop caretaker. Right? Right? Because it's not Miles. He's not left-handed. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice to create a witness. Was it to create a witness or because of the first shot? I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? Murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, murderer waits a bit and fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice, to draw the attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. He put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired on the night of Gourd Lake. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. He doesn't understand anything. Very well, while we're waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important. Something important. I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we're conducting a trial here. I ask you to remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him quickly. We can't allow him to get away. What the hell? Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find the witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Judge, oh my. Very well. Court is adjourned. Yeah, it's got to be the elevator guy. Nick, you did it! Yeah. Well, at least we got out of that. We got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you, get it off my chest, but... Can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of murder. What could it mean? Who's murder? December 27th, 2:11 p.m. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? Memory of a crime I committed. Memory of murder. You really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. He'd never take someone's life. Never. Nick. Oh, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had them swooning in the aisles. Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh, yes, I remember feeling faint. Right on. Tell me the truth. Was it love at first? Butts? Larry, she's a child. Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker is pretty suspicious. Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know. But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. And you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is I'm gonna believe in you two until the end. Us two. Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me? Why you, Larry? Actually, yeah, why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. Well, when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then, back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Was that when you two were classmates? Yeah, in grade school. They saved me, Miles. And Larry, they saved me, and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know. What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? I'm sorry, I kind of forgot. Huh. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear this story, and that's final. Okay. Kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. You know when you base your life on something that happened in grade school? I was on trial, a class trial. What? The hardest trial known to man. Remember Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade? Kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring an envelope with money for lunch from home. I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38 inside. Wasn't it Larry who stole it? Oh, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So they thought you did it. Yeah. The kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day, we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. I didn't do it. Why is the teacher here? Why did she allow this? Guilty, he did it. Guilty, it was you. Thief, give the money back. Just admit you did it. You can't hide the truth. Tell us the truth. I'm not gonna play with you anymore. And yeah, no borrowing my eraser. Give me back my 50 cents I loaned you. Hey, did you rob the bank that other day? Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. Even the teacher thought I'd done it. Not the teacher. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went where the boy whose money was stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. Objection! He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else is no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs! Well, yeah, they are amateurs. It's not a court of law. Miles? It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No, then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting that you did it, but no one has had any proof. That's why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He did it. He's the one. We don't need any proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you all shut up? This is always how it is. Everyone ganging up and picking on one person. Just think about how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were best friends. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. Then that's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world. The teacher did it. It's possible. 38 bucks? You get a good lunch with that. Even today. Yeah. I was just lucky I took the day off from school. If I had been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the butts. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to be a defense attorney just like my father. A famous defense attorney. Hey there, Brelix, how you doing? I was watching Germ, thinking about subbing or begging chat to give me a sub there. Oh, so nothing different from here then. So then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL-6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had something to do with his father's death. It's so sad. It was several years later that I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. Dark suspicions of a demon attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything? But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him, but I don't know how many times he never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I just couldn't drop it though. I wanted to meet him. To learn why he had to become who he became. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean that's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he would have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me and I believed in him. He's in pain and he's got no one on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick. So is that why you helped me out for free? Yeah. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I do it for free. Aw, Nick. You have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? It may very well be. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'll settle for who, just so I can clean out some of the evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Let's ride. Hey, pal. Long time no see. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? You got so worked up, snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, and another thing. No one can go in the woods today. The woods? Lotta was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while. I guess Lotta is in a lot of trouble. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. The old caretaker got away. Yep. Never imagined he might be the real murderer. I know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Hello! What might you be doing here? Out for a walk? The days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Ho ho, what do you mean by that? How do you feel about looking yourself in the mirror, Grossberg? Oh, as in I look like him? I don't have a mustache. Or hair. Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks, bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing out here anyways? Who knows? Nobody's home? Hello, hello. Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello, hello. I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Hello, hello. Maybe you should take care of Polly, Nick. Probably shouldn't just kidnap her. Police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. Because I can't take you. I can't take you. Wait, now the bird's gonna hate me. Everything's cold. Hasn't been here but since the trial. What's wrong? Oh, never mind. Well, tell me. Just when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a pink princess special this week. See? That's why I didn't want to tell you. Wait a minute, the box. We can open it now. That reminds me, Nick. Polly knows the number of the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number on the safe? 1228. Let's open it, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money there. But hey, keeps it locked. Must be something of value in there. I'm not so sure. Let's see what's inside. Might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. Letter? Boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Nick, why would Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm gonna read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says, this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond, how to frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out on the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail. What do you think this means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. Who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? One thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. The caretaker was not acting alone, that's right. Wonder why the caretaker didn't take the letter with him. He left in a hurry. I don't think he even came back here after the trial. Let's go see Mr. Grossberg. Or not. Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gone back yet. Gumshoe? He won't be coming back today. Oh, really? He said there was a guy he had to arrest by tomorrow, the boat shop caretaker. He shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. One day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, no time to waste. Let's get going. He's out again. When does he work anyway? Now, don't be harsh. I'll have to come back later. You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard of the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen. 3rd grade. Lunch money? Oh, right. Yeah, I seem to remember something like that. I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyways. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you would do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, right? So simple, to a fault even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. I gotta show you something, buddy. I gotta show you something. Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where the boat rental caretaker lives. Let's see. Revenge on me? Who's that old guy anyways? I don't know. Would he be an innocent defendant? You got declared guilty or something? Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man, not at all. Who was following this letter then? Which means there's someone else behind it. Now's the time to get revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life. 2 men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond? This is your last chance. Last chance? Wait, maybe? Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL-6 incident? Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Yogi Bear? The suspect in the DL-6 incident, one who was found innocent. Sorry, I'm not sure I can help you with that. Oh. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. Quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in. In that little box, we became unsettled. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help, get us out. Don't shout. You'll use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed that the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed in court, and Yogi was found innocent. But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right. Yeah? Something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether I should... Well, I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? A crime you committed? A memory of murder. I think the time has come to tell all. The nightmare. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this easier. I want to get out. Help. Get us out. Don't shout. You'll make... or no. I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Ah, what? What are you? Stop breathing my air. Oh, father. He's attacking father. I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father! Bang. Ooh, ah! Why didn't he use the pistol to break the window? If you wanted air. And with that scream, I awake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. But that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. Elevator windows? Well, you know, little glass panels on that elevator. What if it's real? They say sometimes people will shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it that way, the letter makes sense. It's your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, do you mean it was me? I was the true criminal of DL-6. I shot my father. This is bad. What are we gonna do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do, like it or not. There's someone else who knows a lot about the DLC incident, the DL-6 incident, maybe, not the DLC incident. There is someone else who knows about DL-6. That would be Grossberg. Mr. Grossberg? Hello there, what's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding, I can't believe you're not. My. Calm down and tell me what's happened, It's Mr. Edgeworth. He... Sniff. I see. Oh, Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father. It's only a dream, only a dream. You got me accused of a murder which I was not convicted to, therefore I will actually murder someone to frame you. I'm gonna assume that Yogi lost his job and fell into ruin, and he's blaming that incident. I wonder, what? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled, Well, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep, he would want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream, it was real, as you imagined. Miles Edgeworth drew the pistol to save his father. Pistol fired, and the deed was done. No, I don't believe it. Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. Why would it matter? Why would it matter? He can't murder if the statute is over? What do you know about Edgeworth's father? His defense attorney without peer. He sounds trite, but it's true. He may have had one peer, now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey. My sister? Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. Result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods, and he lost and died in despair, as it were. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, police called a spirit medium. It was your mother, Misty Fey. I am Gregory Edgeworth, and I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Yet Yogi was found innocent. That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right, everyone thought she was, you see? Yet now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless. Oh, so this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. Why killed Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. His own sake? He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his client found innocent. Why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. You'll understand soon enough. Wait, what's this? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before, a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Have any idea who wrote this? I'm going to assume it's Von Karma. Could it be Von Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Von Karma, Von Karma. Wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports. What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was correct. Manfred Von Karma himself. What does it mean? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? What the hell? Lucky, can you call us my boy from now on? No. If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point that until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh no. But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. That I do not know. And I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? 15 years ago, Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma didn't win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. Greg versus Man. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial, but Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Edgeworth's accusation stood. Faulty evidence. It's the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. Must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. A vacation? Yes, an unusual event for the man. It's the first and last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. Doesn't take vacations? Greg's versus Man. Like go to the sea or to the mountains? I've never had Greg's, but my brother did, and he said it was pretty good. Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. Imagine not ever going to Europe. Yikes. Couldn't be me. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? Von Karma's gonna bring up DL-6, you can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL-6? I won't let him! That's Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know. I know that. A second here. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he would kill someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could check again. The police files might hold something. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are rather slim. I understand. Police materials, huh? Hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for Yogi. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. Yeah, we know that. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's pounding the pavement for real. Could we check out the records room? Oh, I can't have anyone wandering around in there, but I guess Von Karma is in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there. Von Karma. He just arrived, actually. Let's hurry. Uh-oh. Is he gonna craft evidence? Dusty as always. We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was noticing that he isn't here. On Karma. Wait a minute. What's this? One of the drawers is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. The label says unsolved cases evidence. Unsolved cases? The file for DL-6? It's completely empty. What? What are you doing in here? Von Karma. Yeah. How do you know my name? Huh? Have we met? What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team. Defense team? Ah, I beg your pardon. I rarely remember defense attorneys. They're like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right? A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism, just like his father, always second rate. Sir Von Karma. You had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. So you did. But what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. You're right. So Von Karma is going to bring up DL-6 in court tomorrow. Do we show him the letter? Oh, the badge, right? Fool. You think I, a prosecutor, would give you, a defense attorney, information? Bah. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi? How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? The fool, I told him to burn it after he read it. So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter? Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me a lot of needless hassle. What? Nick, what is that thing? A stun gun for self-defense, usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000. Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it, usually. Now give me the letter. No! No! Whoa, what are you? Nick, run! Ah! Maya! Out of my way. Whoa! He got us. The letter's gone, of course, and he took the DL-6 evidence, all of it. Back to having no clues. Wait, Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Maya. Maya, open your eyes. Maya. The letter. Did he take it? Huh? Oh, yeah. Are you okay? And stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Even now, when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all. Aw, Maya. Maya! There's gotta be some way I can help her. I better do something about her self-confidence first. Oh yeah, he's holding on to something. What's that, a bullet? DL-6 incident, evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. All right, give me a second. I gotta hit the bathroom though. Ooh-wee, I thought my bladder was gonna explode there. Give me a second here. This is it. Judgment Day. Terminator 2? Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. Whoa! What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. You only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun. Last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing? I'm sorry. I thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. She's on the lightning user now. The shocker. Maybe you should go outside and discharge. Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Whoa, pal! What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I captured our runaway caretaker and brought him in. Took all night. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. That has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. Court is now in session for the trial of Mile Edward. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask the prosecution to submit decisive evidence. Understood. Don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness to the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness. Why did you run away yesterday? Witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well. Begin your testimony. I'm really sorry about leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of the motives things, right? And I don't got one. My testimony yesterday stands as is. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm gonna prove it. I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do, Von Karma and Yanni Yogi. Then why did you leave? It's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to quietly listen when someone is talking? If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? Food? Oh, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see. He only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker shack? Oh, well, I kind of got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's gonna believe that. I see. So he was lost. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep, seems like it. And how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim that he's lying, then show some proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? Impossible. Very well, witness, please continue. How can you say you have no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. Have to prove that he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. May I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've been saying the same thing over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. Does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and has no motive. Both of these statements are lies! Order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself, so who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us, who is this witness's name? It's Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh, Yanni Yogi from the DL-6 incident. Figures the judge would have heard about it. It's a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Tisk. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This witness is Yanni Yogi? Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right now, I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you gonna prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay, it's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on the file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. Let's see, that makes sense. Tisk. Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? What? No fingerprints? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yep. What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. Oh. What will you do now, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no? No! I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. No, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There's gotta be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are we gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might erase his fingerprints. What do? Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you would like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, huh? Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to. Your Honor? The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma's... The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Von Karma up on my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Order! Oh, well, what do you think, Von Karma? Do you need to ask? This is a farce, I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Huh. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this and nothing comes of it, I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game? Hell yeah. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name. The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us. Hello, hello. Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you gonna do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Present badge. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right. What do I say? Have we forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago. Polly, have we forgotten something? Don't forget DL-6. If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL-6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello. What? He changed? That's not what you're supposed to say. Something we forgot. Hello. Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick. It's ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait, don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we had forgotten anything? Well, I guess we can try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. What is your name? Polly. Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with the owner's identity? Yes. Ah, fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove the owner's identity? And show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he's Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor. The proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... The badge? No, it's not the badge. Is it the badge? Mr. Wright, I had hoped you would have learned this by now. Making random guesses is a waste of court time. It's not the badge! Frankly, I can't believe you're speaking to a parrot. What was the number on the safe in the shack? 1228, 1228. What a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright? Oh, it's the date. It's the date. That's why I had her say it. Ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? $12.28. The DL-6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case, Mr. Wright? Where in this file is something related to that safe number? I guess the case summary? It's on the case summary page. Case summary. Specifically, the date on which the DL-6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 28. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Ah! He used the date of the DL-6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set secret numbers to dates. This is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card number to 0001 because I'm number 1. This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing. Indeed. Alone, it's a little weak for the evidence in a murder trial. We need some other corroborating evidence. How are we gonna find that? Oh, the wrong thing. Of course. Well, it probably has something to do with the DL-6. Well, let's check out the case. Fort Bailiff trapped in the elevator with the Edgeworth, memory lost. After his arrest, fiance Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Oh no! His fiance? What a large file you have there. Which page is the proof on, then? Show us or stop wasting our time. Show us the page. Where in the file is the information connected to the parrot's name? On the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide. Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly? Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that's possible. A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does that make you my granddaughter's fiancé? He's only 7 years old. Phoenix? What the hell, man? That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. It's a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker. Immediately. Witness, tell us your name. Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. I accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. It's the real Yogi, I think, finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. What? Acting for 15 years? What? Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order, order. Yanni Yogi. So, was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. I won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiance, my social standing. And this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally. A chance to have revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a minute. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Oh, that was easy. Von Karma, where's Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent, in this case at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There's a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Robert Hammond. Any objections? I believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. That is all. Court is adjourned. Someone say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth? Uh-oh! Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But in revenge for what? Nick! Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's trying to say he's guilty. He's gonna tell him he was the murderer of the DL-6 incident. He's gonna tell him that he killed his own dad. Uh-oh, what do I do? What do we do? He's gonna say it. I better save. Show badge? I don't know about that one. Nah, I gotta raise an objection. The judgment has already passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. It'd be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. The Ani Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL-6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confessed my guilt. I am guilty for the DL-6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. Order! Order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant, declared innocent, is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitation runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We try this man for the crime of 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. I'm sorry, right? I just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy, just crazy. Nick, what are you doing? Huh? I was just reading through the court records once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case for what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it in court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crimes. So let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. Statute of limitations on the DL-6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. Does the defense have any objections? But if you reopen the case, doesn't that reset the statute? No, Your Honor. On Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? All right, I think this will be a good spot to call it there for tonight. Already? Yeah, it's been 2 hours already. 2 hours and 20 minutes even. So I do believe we will call it there for tonight. There's no other streams. This is one and done for today. Well, no, that's not true. We got another stream in 5 hours. We're going to be playing some Phantasy Star 4. So tune into that if you're interested. 20-minute trial, please. No, I will not get caught again. No, we're not extending. We're over 20 minutes. No, I refuse. I'm sorry. We're calling it there for tonight. How close? How close is it? If it's 10 minutes, we'll do it. If it's not, I mean 10 minutes till the end of the game. If it's not, you guys are going to be in trouble. Legitimately. It's not 10 minutes. Okay. Well, then we're not doing this. We're calling it there for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And we will see you tonight. 5 hours. We're going to be playing some Phantasy Star 4. Tune into that if you're interested on that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.